Welcome back to Super Castlevania 4 from Drak and Shadow.
And you just faded in and out, just like that.
I did, because this actually takes a couple of attempts. Why? Because I think I'm actually really close to a boss. So technically, we are in the castle at this point. We are scaling the wall, or we are inside the castle, making our way through what are supposedly the classic levels of the original game. But obviously very much modified. Oh, and look at that shaking coffin. I wonder if it'll ever attack us.
I don't know, will it? Doesn't look like
Actually, it will, but you have to pass it first. See, like that! And it tries to eat you.
That reminds me of the piano in Mario 64.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The piano with teeth that haunts everybody's nightmares now. It's like, thanks, Shigeru Miyamoto. I'm forever afraid of pianos.
I may never have the hiccups again.
Well, that's true. We should do that for our baby. She gets the hiccups all the time. I should show her the Super Mario 64 piano. She'll appreciate that, right?
Maybe.
She'll forever be traumatized. We'll never touch a Nintendo console.
Of course, she'll be too young to acknowledge it.
Except she will not. Well, she won't understand why she has such fear.
Oh, are those red ones that they die and they come back?
Yep. They are. Oh, I can't remember the actual term for it. It's red bones, something like that.
They're like Koopa Troopers or whatever.
Dry bones is what you're thinking of, where they reconstruct themselves. Yep. Castlevania did it first.
I was gonna say, look at it this way. You scare your daughter with the piano now, you don't have to worry about piano lessons in the future.
There you go. I like this idea. Although, technically, I don't know my wife's agenda on the matter, so maybe she wants her to do piano lessons. I don't know. Did you guys do piano lessons?
I did.
I played the trombone.
You did?
Yeah.
Andrew? Okay. And yet, we don't have a piano for you to play.
Hands!
So maybe she'll take after her great-grandfather, and that is play the trombone. And her uncle.
I would just like to point out that the random molesting hands, we should not be paying any attention to. You know that they belong to some anime grandpa, Alex. You know it.
Yeah. Old anime men are always perverted.
They're wall masters!
Can I take a grab? Alright, so we're actually getting really close to the end of this stage. Yes, this is... Oh, this part. Look at all the circling coffins! It's almost like they're all gonna come out and eat me! It's a good thing I have this super long whip to ensure that you never eat me. So this is going to be one of those bosses that actually is going to make Alex go, what? But to Castlevania fans, this is actually kind of a beloved boss. And here we're coming up on it. So look at all the... We must apparently be in a ghostly ballroom.
It's like the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, it feels like the Haunted Mansion.
It's either that or the ghostly set of Dancing with the Stars. Oh wait, that's still a popular show, isn't it?
That's really lame.
It's still lame, but my nieces watch it, so I have to at least know about it. We don't watch it, though. No! There we go. You can shatter this wall. And it's not wall chicken.
How is there no wall chicken? You can't shatter a wall and there not be wall chicken.
I know, right? There has to be wall chicken. Especially since there you go. We had candle chicken instead. And here is the boss fight. So, I can't remember the name of the woman, but this is basically whomever it is and Fred Astaire.
Fred Astaire?
Fred Astaire.
Oh, Astaire.
Astaire. In other words, they didn't want to infringe on the likeness of Fred Astaire and instead did Fred Astaire. It's whoever his partner was. She's got a ghostly tagline too, so if people want to leave a comment and tell us what it is, it is actually a pretty funny joke for it. Because remember, this is back in the day when Castlevania was still making jokes, like being directed by Trans Fisher and having Belo Lugosi in it.
Christopher B.
And Christopher B. and Boris Karloffis. This is still that era. This is not Koji Igarashi when he tried to make things serious. And here is the next stage, stage 7.
Well, when Konami collectively lost its goddamn mind.
Before that, because no, they've collectively lost their minds now when they're pronouncing that Hideo Kojima is on vacation, and they even have photos of his last day at work.
His going away party.
Yeah, they have. I don't know if I showed this to you, Andrea. They basically said, no, Hideo Kojima's still working for us. He's still working for us. He's just on vacation, and they had pictures of his going away party. Like, people had pictures of a going away party. So now this
moving.
So this stage actually has prominence in the later Castlevania games. It's called the Long Library.
It's funny. I mean, Konami like denies like the pictures and like we have no knowledge that such a party took place. But you think they would try and spin
they actually denied it?
Yeah, they've denied it. And you think they would like instead try and spin it as no, this is a end of project party for the conclusion of Metal Gear.
Yeah. Well, considering the treatment that he's gotten the last year, what makes you think Kojima's gonna come back and work for you?
I know, it's like they wouldn't, but it's like,
dude, I'm pretty sure if McDonald's offered him a job at this point, he'd probably take it just so that he didn't have to work for you anymore.
What happened to that guy?
What guy?
That suit of armor that was throwing that axe.
We don't speak of such things.
He disappeared.
We don't, Andrea, we don't speak of such things. Those that go through the void, they stay there. No, he just randomly disappeared.
Yeah, it's funny.
There he is. He went there. He just had a long patrol. I don't see the problem. Anyway, what I was trying to say before is, so this stage is called the Long Library. It actually does have a place in later Castlevania games. It is utilized as a section of the castle, because, you know, it wouldn't be Dracula's castle if it didn't have a huge library that would marvel or that rivals the Beast in Beauty and the Beast. You know, the whole library he gives Belle.
Right.
And also, the Long Library is home to the... I don't know if he actually ever gets a name, but his name is the Librarian. And he usually is like a vendor in later Castlevania games. So if you want to get like healing items or whatever, you will go to the Long Library to find him.
Okay.
And even one of the things I love about one Castlevania game in particular is you get a teleport item to go right to his room. And it's a library card.
Nice. Welcome your
now you have the bad
It's funny because we were talking about the Page Master earlier.
Yeah, exactly.
Welcome young man. The library card, please. I don't have one.
You do now. We have to do a commentary on that. It would be fun.
Like a whole Geek News thing, or
no, like do a commentary run on. Like we've said so many times we want to do like commentary on TV shows and movies. I actually want to add the Page Master to the list because
add what?
The Page Master.
Oh, for a commentary?
Yeah, for a commentary. Just because it would be hilarious to go through that. Sure, Macaulay Culkin's performance is kind of dinky, but Christopher Lloyd, come on. Can you really fault him? Can you fault Patrick Stewart and Whoopi Goldberg? I can't. I thought they did well with what they were given. And we also have to watch the making of event for Power Rangers the movie, because that totally didn't showcase the problems that were going on the set at the time.
Are you talking the original movie?
Yeah, it actually I remember when the VHS came out of Page Master, the main selling point was that you could see the making of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
Right.
And it's one of those making of events where people are speaking so well of it, and then we find out that nobody was getting along on the set whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just one of those press junkets.
Yeah, those things don't happen anymore. Okay, so this point actually took a couple of attempts, so I finally just said screw it, I'm gonna cut it all out. And you guys get to watch me do it the first time. No!
You got jumped down.
Nice.
Hey, you know what? That gargoyle actually helped me out. And the book didn't. Why does the book hate me? No, go down the stairs.
It's Too bad those hearts don't count for health.
This blows my mind. Konami will not drop the whole Kojima issue. Look, Konami, I love you dearly. Well, I used to, until you said that the only thing Castlevania had going for it was erotic violence.
Violence erotica.
What was that?
I just I don't know what I did, really. I just said violence erotica. It's the same thing, I don't know. I just flipped the words, I mirrored it.
It's just... The whole reason that Pachinko Machine exists is for erotic violence. Like, really? You created this series, that's all you see out of it. You've worked on this series for years to try and get it out of that rut. And no, Konami just doesn't care. And frankly, it's one of those things where I really hope Koji gets huge accolades for Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Because it pretty much shows that Konami didn't need to be part of that equation.
Let's just hope he handles it better than they handled Mighty No. 9.
Or they're handling Mighty No. 9.
Yeah.
Remember, Mighty No. 9 hasn't come out yet. We can't talk about it in retrospect yet. Oh, we should be able to, but... Which is funny, because me and my brother actually were kind of lamenting that whole concept. We are so mad that Mighty No. 9 should have come out maybe like 2 years ago. Maybe 2 years ago. I actually think it should have come out like 3 years ago. Especially when we heard from the Kickstarter trailer that it was so far in development.
Mm-hmm.
And no, it didn't happen, and we still haven't gotten it yet. And Andrea has that look on her face of like, what are you talking about? Mighty No. 9 is a Mega Man reimagining. So it's got the father of Mega Man behind it. So the developer behind the Mega Man games is behind the development.
What, you mean they're making a movie of it?
No, they're making a new series of games inspired by Mega Man.
Actually, they are making a Mega Man movie.
Yes, they are making a Mega Man movie. But that's beside the point. That's not Mighty No. 9.
That's a different subject.
Oh no! It's a complaining grandma in the background! Grab the crossbow. That'll take care of her. See, this is a game that would totally irritate Alex, because occasionally you have those moments where the background comes to attack the foreground.
There was your wall chicken.
Yay,
Indeed.
wild chicken!
We love ourselves some wild chicken.
Now,
one of us needs to dig out like a really deep Tommy Lee Jones. We love ourselves some wild chicken.
Why on earth would they put chicken in the walls?
That is a good question.
That's a very good question. And I'd like to answer that with, ooh, look at the pretty bunny! Look at the pretty bunny! Look at the pretty bunny! And yes, technically you can hit the grandma, but I think there's repercussions to do it.
Well, that was cool.
Yeah? No, we've seen crosses before in games, haven't we?
I'm not like that.
Yeah, you can get crucifixes that will clear the screen. This is probably like the second to last game where we'll see that, but... Yeah, we're actually getting really close to Castlevania games that are going to be way longer, that putting them into a sole LP for the month of October I don't think will work anymore. There's just too much material to cover.
Granted, this is already going to like stretch into November.
Well, yeah, but that's just because everything stretched after August. Well, no, during August, because we were still working on Braid. We were behind in August. That's how bad things got this year.
So it became Septober and...
Well, I guess it was Septaugust. And then we have Septober, and now we're going to have October.
October.
Thankfully, though, our November LP is well underway. So we're getting caught up, guys. To the people who want to complain and say, you guys still aren't caught up yet? We're caught up. For the most part.
Be glad we're not the Game Grumps who, like, leave complete.
Oh, yeah. Well, and here's the thing, too. Like, to a lot of people who want to complain that we're not the Game Grumps, we can't devote as much time to this.
Yeah.
Like, they sit there for, what, 8 to 10 hours?
Probably.
Just playing games.
And they're a huge channel. They're in a position where they can do that.
Man, if we could do that, that would be great, but we definitely wouldn't be meeting, like, weekly. And here's the thing too, the Game Grumps don't meet weekly. They meet like every other week and do major sessions. Because that's what works for them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if a lot of people realize this, but just behind the scenes stuff, we meet almost every week
Pretty much.
to record material. And we only meet for maybe a couple of hours. Just because that's all our schedules really allow.
Why do you hit the granny?
I hit the granny so that I could get the bat, or I could get the bats.
Oh.
Alright, so here's the next boss. This is why you don't keep antiques. Because occasionally they come to life and they try to kill you. Especially stuff from Dracula's castle, man. Yeah, he wasn't exactly a hard boss. Oops. Yet another stage is vanquished. We are this much closer to Dracula. We didn't do it. Oh.
Ah?
And you died.
Apparently so.
Game over.
We died and we fell to stage 8. Which is a long mofo of a stage, apparently. So, I can't remember what's after the long library. Oh, the dungeons. So, this is supposed to imitate the 4th stage in Castlevania, where you have to take that ginormous fall. So now we are in the dungeons, and this is where the game starts to get a little hard. This is where the game starts getting a little unforgiving. Just a tad. And you might see a lot more rapid cuts at this point, because this is where patience went out the window.
You probably... Patience is not always probably your strong suit.
Not when I'm trying to record something and get things done in a timely manner, no. This is also a stage where slowdown, if you haven't noticed by now, is kind of a regular thing. Because there's just too much crap on the screen moving around. It's almost like we were right in all those LPs, Alex. Slowdown is a thing, and a known problem.
Yep.
Sometimes it's loved, sometimes it's hated. This is one of those where it's love-hated. Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Yep, that did not go well. That could have gone worse.
I'm
You
surprised
should
you
not have made
lived.
that.
Wow, we made a joke that we haven't made in years?
In years.
You should not have made that? One of these days, we're just gonna have to save that for Andrea. Because why not, you know? Oh.
People be like, well, why on earth would you need to say that for her?
That's gonna be when you beat Donkey Kong 64. Is
Oh,
where
yeah.
you're like, you shouldn't have beaten that. You got so much luck there.
True.
Especially you're on the what? The Croc minigame? Yeah, you should
Yeah.
not be able to beat that.
It's a... Well, that's not the worst one.
Now, technically, I'd like to point out I just hit the ceiling and didn't get killed. Simon Belmont is impervious to the ceiling! That's okay.
Awesome, I guess.
Oh, and look at those spikes above. I hope they don't fall down on me. Yeah, they're gonna fall. And make the weirdest sound ever. Just grab the crucifix, Adam! Thank you. Sometimes Adam forgets the frustration that he leaves for himself in these LPs. Like, you could have made this 10 times easier. Just grab the dang crucifix. And of course, water hurts Simon Belmont. We've covered this numerous times. You know, he's the one video game character that's probably weaker than Sonic the Hedgehog.
Mm-hmm.
Because water hurts him.
How could water hurt him?
It does. He can't even swim.
To be allergic.
At the alert... Dude, somebody's actually going to write us and say there is an allergy to water.
There is, yeah.
There you go. That's why. One of the better explanations I've actually seen in a joke YouTube video was that, he's falling from a horrible height, and he's like, oh, nice refreshing water. This will totally break my horrible fall. And boom, he just lands right in it, and then just sinks to the bottom.
Because he doesn't know about physics.
Wow, you just made a jump there.
Oh god, Medusa heads.
I did not make a jump at all.
You got pushed.
I know, but you went
Yeah. And yes, we're going to have Medusa heads quite a bit in the latter half of this castle run. No! Hi, Mr. Skeleton. I know you want a hug, but I don't want to give you one. I can't remember if... Oh, there is stairs there, so... Maybe it would help if I took the mouse pointer off of the video that we're watching to post-commentate. Would that help?
No.
Did that break the fourth wall enough for people? Oh look, it's rattling bones in the background. Ah! So much more water. This is not even cool anymore.
I feel like this is a level in Sonic the Hedgehog.
It kind of is, yeah. Kind of reminds you of what is it, Mystic Cave in 2?
Yeah.
A little bit. A mix between that and Marble
Zone.
In Sonic 1?
1.
Marble Zone with one of the best
Marble Zone
pieces in the score. I love the Marble Zone theme. So much so that I'm actually humming it in my head right now. And yes, if those spikes actually hit you, instant death. Even if you're coming in on the side. The angry video game nerd was right. Spikes got a little overdone in gaming. Okay, we have to count out the rhythm here. No. And we are at boss time. And it just so happens to be yet another classic, the Frankenstein monster. Except this time, apparently, he's an alchemist. Because he knows how to create explosives. But the best part about this is that he's missing Igor! He doesn't have Igor!
Aw.
Dude, I hate that fight in 1. I really do. And it's simply because of Igor. The fight was way easier without him. Ooh, last one! And I won.
Imagine if he died.
Well, you wouldn't see it. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
I mean, is it possible to die after you killed the boss?
Yes, it actually is in NES games.
That would suck.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and call it for this week. When we get back, we are near the end. We are actually getting to Dracula's Keep.
Yay.
So we'll see you next time.